Greetings, hello, hi. So today I figured I would go through my bullet journal. I have not filmed a bullet journal video yet. So I wanted to just show you how I did January. I actually tried to do a plan with me with this and it ended up being like 2 hours and my battery died. Anyway, so I kind of went through January and I wanted to do like the basics from Rydell Carroll. So he has this book called The Bullet Journal Method, and it's, you know, track the past, order the present, design the future. And I was gonna just do, I mean, you can see I've read about half of it, and I have a bunch of sticky notes in here. And I was going to just do like his real basic how to just do the intro, and like he talks about rapid logging and just having the index, let me see, I think I have it in here. Here we go. So just having the index, the future log, a monthly log and a daily log, and then some collections. That was my original idea. As I started going through with my bullet journal, of course, you know, I got a little creative and started adding in some washi and adding in some color and a little bit of design. I am by no means an artist. My daughter is an artist. I am not. So I did add a couple little things, but in general, I tried to stick to this because that was my original concept, was I'm going to do a basic bullet journal the way that it's supposed to be done in this book, and it's close. It's close. All right, so let's get started. So this is actually an Archer and Olive journal, and if you saw one of my earlier videos, I actually had the one with the astrological sign, which I love, and then I got this one too, and I wanted to start in the other one, and I ended up doing this one, and anyways, they're just super cute, cool books. This is an A5, it's got the little holographic on the side with the white pages. So here we go, first page. So I wrote my name in 2021, and I came back actually to do this. I started putting in all these little stars and constellations, and I have this cool washi tape. Actually that's what I used. So I had this washi tape, I believe is from Washi Tape Warrior, and then this one you'll see is Honeybee Shop. Other things that I used is jelly rolls. This is the white in a 10, and this silver metallic, which is how I made like all these little dots and stuff like that. Micron pens, just a 1 and a PN. And then these Fudenosuke brush pens. I did the soft tip and the hard tip, just kind of depending on what I was doing. And then I have some stencils. These stencils are from Raska. I will link her below. This is a really cool, like 2021. It's a Monday start, and it has the basic template for all the different months. And then she has this cool, so a lot of people do, on this side, they will do like the grid spacing. And so this is actually meant for grid spacing. So you don't have to do that. You don't have to write it all out. You can line it up with the dots, and it has rows and columns. If you're breaking it into 3s or in half or into 4s. So this is really cool. She actually has a video that shows you how to use this. It's just like a plastic, and at first I was slightly confused, and then I totally figured it out, and now it's awesome. And then the other stencils that I use, these are just from Amazon. This was just lettering that I did, and it's all capital. I can't actually do lettering very well, so I used a stencil, and then I just used some of these little for the keys and some little header type things. And this is just from Amazon. Okay, so, yeah, so that's my opening page. Here's the key, as you saw from the stencil. And these are just different basic symbols that they use in typical bullet journals, or at least from Writer Carol. So the dot is a task, the circle is for event. I actually use a triangle for appointments. The dash is notes. If you completed something, you put a little X by it. Migrated, which means you're moving it to the next day or your monthly log. Typically, I think it's only one little arrow, but I like the two. Scheduled, which means it's something that you just couldn't get to, you're moving it back to your future log. A little asterisk for important, and exclamation point for urgent, and if it's canceled, just cross it out. This page, I don't know what I'm going to do with this yet. I left it blank. I don't know, still deciding. So then you go to the index. So the index is supposed to be like a 4-page, and I actually numbered them: index 1, index 2, index 3, index 4. So it's a 4-page kind of table of contents, and it just kind of lives at the front of your bullet journal. You're supposed to put things like your, everything that you have, and your page numbers. So my year at a glance is my page 1. I have a future log in here. I have a January monthly, events and finance, a weekly. I tried to do a daily, but I think I ended up doing that in the weekly. It's kind of, anyways, we'll talk about that. I did a health tracker. I put in some books, TV, movies, gaming, and I have a collection in there for Girl Scouts. So this is, and the page numbers. And so this is just basically a table of contents. So if you want to find something later, you can just go to your index and look it up. Okay, so going to the next page. So like I said, there's 4 index pages here. So next, I did this year at a glance. The year at a glance is actually not part of the original key concepts. I wanted to use this cool stencil, and I actually did it wrong. I do not like this page. I can't figure out if I should just, I don't know, tape something new over it or whatever. These actually fit in the grid spacing, and I didn't do that, and that's my issue. So if I would have put it in here correctly, it actually fits over all the dots, but I didn't. And then I just kind of scribbled these in. Yeah, I don't know. I will figure out what to do with that. So this is my 2021 page. Again, more little stars and silver and stuff like that. So future log. The future log is basically like a 4-page. And it's kind of like where you store tasks and events that you can't complete in the current month that you're in. It's kind of like a queue. I also use it for birthdays. So as you can see on this side, I did birthdays. Like nobody I know needs to be born in April or May anymore because I don't have any more space. And then right here, I did events or things that we're trying to do or that we already have plans for. But I think you're actually supposed to, if you have events or tasks or something in the future, you're supposed to throw it in here. So I kind of left some space over here on the side for if I have anything like that, then I can add those in still. So I still have some space for stuff like that. And hopefully these things will still be happening. Obviously the birthdays will. So then next, this is a monthly log. I'm going to talk about this page in a second, but so the monthly log, like basically at the beginning of every month, you would create a monthly log, and the left side is like a calendar, and they just put the numbers and then the day of the week, like the first was a Friday, and then you can capture like key milestones or event dates or work deadlines or anything that happened, and you can write it on this. On this side is supposed to be tasks. But these are, like, this task list is like, if you plan to complete a task before the end of the month, but maybe you can't complete it on that specific day, then you put it in here. I used this, like, 100% wrong. that is not what I did. I wrote all my tasks in for the week. As you can see, I have these little lines in here. And then I kind of crossed them off. And that is not how you're supposed to use this. But, you know, maybe I'll do better next month, so to speak. So, but anyways, I mean, I guess you could do this, but that's not the actual point of the original design. And so some people, instead of doing this, they like to see an actual, you know, calendar month. So you can do that too. I actually did that over here. I have these sticky notes to cover some finances, but I drew the month in, and I put like, you know, sick, vacation, dog has medication, paydays. Then I started to make it, you know what, I'm going to make it for events and finance. So I put financial stuff in, and I just have little symbols. Like the O is incoming money, and the X is outgoing money, paydays, things like that. And that's kind of what I use this for. But a lot of people actually like this instead of this. I guess it's a visual thing. I wasn't really sure, so I did both. And for my finances and like big events, I like this kind of calendar. This is neat because otherwise you're trying to cram everything in this little tiny box. I don't know. They both kind of work for me. So, okay, so then I did a weekly, and weeklies again are not actually one of the key concepts in the original bullet journal method book because they use dailies. In a daily, you're supposed to do like, you know, where you like, it's kind of like this actually, where you rapid log. So you'll put, you know, different things that you're doing. If you have tasks, like I wrote stuff up on the top, and then I would put tasks on the bottom of my boxes. I made all of the weeks the same format for January. And here you can see I actually used this, and it worked out much better because I put it in the grid. The way that I separated these into the different size boxes was with this cool little grid spacing ruler. This is just, oh, my mild liner. I did use a mild liner, which I didn't show you. Yeah, so you're supposed to, as if you're doing a daily, but I kind of did my dailies in my weeks. So, you know, I have appointments, and then I'm using my little symbols, which not necessarily using correctly, tasks on the bottom, and, you know, cross them off. I actually mixed up Wednesday and Thursday. I put Thursday stuff up here, and then I was like, oh, shoot, it's supposed to be Wednesday. But anyway, it's fine, right? It's my bullet journal. Like, here's a crossed out thing. You make it whatever works for you. Up on the top, I have, like, little notes. But anyway, if you're doing a daily, it would kind of look like this anyway. So I actually did not do a separate daily. Because I figured, you know what, I sort of did them in here. And maybe for next month I will try that. But I didn't here. Okay, so starting like collections, I did this health tracker, and this is extremely overwhelming for me. And I think maybe it's because of the colors. Like this mild liner color is like a kind of a teal. I tried to match it with this little washi tape. It's my January color, if you've noticed. Everything in January's been this teal color. And it's too dark, I think. Also, I feel like I should have split this into two different spreads. Like, I know this is all health, but maybe like all the food and like meal planning on a 2-page, and then maybe like, you know, mood, steps, sleep on another 2-page spread. Like I kind of asterisk and darkened in, like if I was eating out or if I was not having a good day, if I did under 1,000 steps, which I'm actually doing way better than that now. Most of my days are over 2,000, so that's cool. You know, if I got less than 6 hours of sleep or I fell asleep after midnight, I have a hard time falling asleep sometimes. tracking periods, and then just what's going on with that. So maybe some graphs, or I don't know. This is a lot. I'm going to try and do it differently next month. So, okay. Another collection was I did books, TV shows, movies, and gaming. So books, if I completed it or if I just started it, I marked them differently. And actually 2 of these, so The Miracle Morning and Life-Changing Magic of Tidying Up, I actually started those last year, but I finished them in January, so I guess that counts. Like this 4-hour work week, I started, I don't know, a long time ago, and I just still haven't finished it. I need to. But since I'm still sort of reading it, then it's still in here. I mean, I did, you know, turn it on to my audiobook, so it counts. TV shows, my family, we do family TV show night every week. So these are some of the things that we were able to watch, or just me, like This Is Us. My family doesn't watch that with me. I watch it. But Schitt's Creek, we're on season 2, and Queen's Gambit, All Creatures Great and Small. This show is so cute. Okay, so movies, we also do family movie night, and everybody gets to pick a movie, so we all take turns. So that's what those little symbols are. I guess I didn't really need this, because obviously we finished the movie. I don't know, I guess I can use a different symbol. Gaming, so this is kind of like what I'm gaming this month, or what I did, I guess, in January. WoW and Animal Crossing, and they had a cool New Year's thing, and just different games. And then another collection. So your collections are like, my collections all look the same, right? They have like a header, and the text is all the same. But you don't have to do that. I just, you know, it was kind of just like trying to simplify the theme. Here I actually used gray instead of this teal that I had used on this page. I liked it better, so it's like a light gray mild liner, so I might keep doing that. We had a cookie video contest for Girl Scouts, and so these were just all the different submissions, and then the ones who won, and they get patches, and so this is actually an in progress, because it just ended, and so I still have to get all that taken care of. So, anyways, that is all I have for January. So yeah, thanks for checking out my bullet journal. Very first time ever having a bullet journal. So the scariest thing was, you know, writing your name, the very first thing. But that helped. It helped to, you know, make that the very first thing. And then you're like, okay, I already marked in it, so let's move forward now. Okay, so if you have any suggestions on kind of simple layouts, I don't want to make it anything really crazy. I can't. I don't draw very well. And I'm not really sure about putting stickers and stuff in here. Like I said, I had, you know, the washi, and I did a little bit with the pens and some stencils. But this is kind of neat. It's my very first time ever trying a bullet journal, and so I liked it. It's creative. It's fun. But yeah, so I will try again for next month. Okay, thanks. Bye.